2026 will mark the biggest American assault on Formula One in decades. We're not talking about drivers or fans. We're talking about two automotive giants preparing to storm the paddock with billions of dollars and decades of national pride on the line. Ford and Cadillac, two legendary American brands that built their empires on speed, power, and beating the competition. Now they're both coming for Formula One, but with completely different battle plans that could reshape the entire sport. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this isn't just another season. It's the year American automotive supremacy returns to the world's biggest racing stage. And trust me, the Europeans are already sweating. Let's be brutally honest about something. For a while now, Formula One has been a European playground with a few token outsiders. Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, all based in Europe, all playing by European rules, and all getting comfortable. But something shifted. Netflix happened. Drive to Survive turned F1 from a niche European sport into an American water cooler conversation. The numbers don't lie. F1's American TV audience exploded from 547,000 viewers in 2018 to over 1.2 million by 2023. That's not growth. That's a gold rush. And when American corporations smell money, they don't just watch from the sidelines or buy merchandise and cheer from the stands. They are going to invade, conquer, and rewrite the rules. Cadillac fired the first shot, and it wasn't subtle. General Motors looked at Formula One and said, "We're not here to play nice. We're here to win, and we're going to do it our way." Their approach? A three-phase plan that's absolutely ruthless. Phase 1. Enter as a full constructor in 2026 with Ferrari power units while learning every dirty secret. Phase 2. Develop GM's own power unit technology while everyone thinks you're just another customer team. Phase 3. Complete independence by as early as 2028 with their own engines, their own team, their own everything. It's like using your enemy's weapons against them while you forge your own sword. But this wasn't easy. The FIA said yes to the original Andretti bid, but Formula One management slammed the door shut like they were protecting some sacred European club. It took GM stepping up with serious power unit commitments and basically saying, "We're not going away," before F1 finally opened the gates. While Cadillac was making headlines, Ford was playing chess. When Red Bull's Porsche partnership collapsed over corporate politics, Ford saw their opening. Ford Motorsports director Mark Rushbrook literally emailed then Red Bull team principal Christian Horner, "Hi, do you want to talk?" Sometimes the best moves are the simplest ones. Ford looked at the F1 landscape and made a calculated decision. Why fight Red Bull when you can join them and use their success as your launching pad? Ford CEO Jim Farley walked into their first meeting wearing a Sergio Perez cap. No corporate BS, just pure racing passion. But don't mistake this for some passive sponsorship deal. Ford is bringing serious firepower, backed by a $50 billion investment in electrification. And they're co-developing the power unit with Red Bull. This is a full technical marriage. The partnership was so perfect that the former team principal, Christian Horner, once joked Ford's role is like being grandparents. You get all the benefits of the kid and all the upsides, but you don't have the sleepless nights. Low risk, high reward, maximum exposure. Red Bull gets American automotive muscle. Ford gets their name on the most successful F1 team of the current era. The competition is already having nightmares. Let's talk about what's really happening behind closed doors in Maranello, Brackley, and Woking because they are freaking out. For decades, Ferrari, Mercedes, and McLaren have had their little European club, and it's been working just fine. Now they're facing American corporate power that makes their budgets look like pocket change. General Motors, $53 billion market cap. Ford, $45 billion market cap. These aren't racing teams. These are industrial giants with resources that dwarf any European constructor. When American corporations enter a market, they come to win, then control the entire industry. Look at what happened in other sports. American investment transformed English Premier League football into a global entertainment empire. American ownership changed the entire economics of European basketball. Now F1 is next, and the Europeans know exactly what's coming. The writing is on the wall, and it's written in American dollars. The European response reeks of desperation. Mercedes is increasing F1 investment beyond original plans. They've already confirmed their 2026 driver lineup with George Russell and rising star Andrea Kimi Antonelli, a move that secures their future but also closes the door on the possibility of signing Max Verstappen. Meanwhile, Ferrari isn't just accelerating hybrid development like their lives depend on it. They've brought in seven-time world champion Lewis Hamilton to fundamentally change the team's DNA and provide the kind of technical feedback that could crack the 2026 code. They can't let American manufacturers waltz in and start winning immediately. The recent leadership change at Red Bull, with Laurent Mekies taking over as team principal, shows that even the most successful teams are in a state of flux and preparing for this new era. So much so that the FIA has even introduced a new program to allow underperforming manufacturers extra development time and resources to prevent one team from dominating the new era. It's a clear signal that the old guard is terrified of falling behind the American invasion. Here's the fascinating part. Ford and Cadillac are approaching this invasion with completely opposite strategies, but both designed to crush the European establishment. Ford's approach, strategic infiltration. Partner with the best, then use American resources to make them even better. Cadillac's approach, calculated conquest. Enter as a full constructor, learn the game with Ferrari power, then transition to complete American independence. History gives us brutal lessons about which works. Toyota spent $400 million per year for 8 seasons as a full constructor and never won a single race. That's not just failure, that's humiliation. But when Honda partnered with Red Bull, they won championships and made it look easy. The partnership model works because F1 rewards experience and relationships more than just throwing money at problems. But Cadillac is betting American resources can overcome the learning curve that destroyed Toyota's dreams. 2026 isn't just about American brands entering F1. It's about F1 entering a new era designed for American manufacturers to dominate. The timing is almost too perfect to be coincidental. The new regulations are revolutionary. A 50-50 split between electric and combustion power. Electric motor output jumps from 120 to 350 kilowatts, almost triple the electric power. The complex MGU-H system? Gone. And every car must run on sustainable fuels. This plays directly into American strengths. Ford is a strong competitor in the EV auto market in the US, on track to produce 2 million electric vehicles globally by 2026. GM's Ultium battery platform powers everything from Cadillacs to Hummer EVs. These companies aren't learning hybrid technology. They've been teaching it to the world. Meanwhile, Mercedes, Ferrari, and Renault are scrambling to adapt like students cramming for a final exam. They built their expertise around combustion engines with electric assistance. Now they're facing a future where electric power equals combustion power, and they're starting from behind. American manufacturers waited, watched, and struck when the regulations finally favored their strengths. That's not luck. That's strategic patience paying off. This isn't just about trophies. This is about automotive supremacy on the world's biggest stage, and the winner gets to rewrite the entire industry. For decades, European manufacturers have used F1 success to justify premium prices globally. Ferrari's racing heritage makes people pay extra for supercars. Mercedes uses F1 to market German engineering excellence. McLaren built an entire brand on racing success. Now, American manufacturers want that same global credibility. As Ford CEO Jim Farley says, F1 will be an incredibly cost-effective platform to engage with tens of millions of new customers. Translation: we're going to use F1 to sell American cars to Europeans, but there's something deeper happening. When American companies succeed in F1, they're proving American innovation can compete with anyone, anywhere. That's a message worth billions in global market credibility. So who succeeds? Ford's strategic partnership or Cadillac's calculated conquest? Here's my prediction. Ford finds success faster, but Cadillac achieves greater long-term impact. Ford's Red Bull partnership gives them immediate credibility and a proven platform already winning championships. Expect Red Bull Ford power units fighting for wins in 2026. But if Cadillac executes their plan, building from Ferrari-powered beginnings to full American independence, they prove American manufacturers can beat European tradition at its own game. That's not just winning, that's making a statement that echoes through the entire automotive industry. The real winner? Formula One gets massive American investment and cutting-edge innovation. The real losers? Any team that can't keep up with American-level resources and ingenuity. This is going to be brutal, and it's going to be beautiful. The American invasion of Formula One isn't coming. It's already here, locked and loaded. Ford and Cadillac have declared war on European motorsport supremacy, and 2026 will be the battlefield where automotive empires rise or fall. If you're as fired up about this American F1 invasion as I am, smash that like button and drop a comment telling me which approach you think will work. Ford's strategic partnership or Cadillac's calculated conquest? Subscribe and hit that notification bell, because when these American giants start battling European legends on track in 2026, you're going to want front row seats to the absolute chaos that's about to unfold. The invasion begins in 2026, and the question isn't whether American manufacturers will change Formula One, it's how completely they'll dominate it.